I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Alexander. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass. So that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Shotgun. Here's Darnold. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked it.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They go play action with Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Play action. It's Jackson. And it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The corner, Perry Nickerson, had the tackle.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
9 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
At the 39-yard line.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Tackle by Ashton Davis up from the secondary.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run. It's Dobbins. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
He's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Alexander. 16 yards, a first down.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Jackson going to look to do it himself.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
Now Dobbins.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Jets 6.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get sixes. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. A former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Justin Madubuike drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this throw caught left side. He's at the 50, the 30, 20.
Keep going, keep running,
and
man.
all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 95 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down at the 30.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. That's complete to Lynn Bowden. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now the man from Kentucky, this is Lynn Bowden. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Darnold from the gun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Third and 2, Darnold. Got a man, it's Mims. And he is going to have a Jets first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Jets first down.
Darnold on first down. He'll get this complete to his running back, Bowden. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers.
On for the field goal, a 46-yard attempt.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Darnold. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now it's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out, and the Ravens will extend their lead. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard. Line as he's dropped at the 23.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, New York.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He gets this one complete to Bowden.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So they're now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Steps, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson got a man, and he hits him in stride. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Ravens 28, Jets 9. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
First down, New York.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time.
That'll bring up second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now a throw here to his running back. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Number 21. A gain of 4. And it's third down.
They'll look to throw again. And they'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Lynn Bowden, the one he was looking for.
But it'll be second down. Throwing again is Darnold. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Darnold picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Jackson back into his end zone.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
53, Mike. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D.
Jackson going to run.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
The throw there finding its way to Boyle. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, New York.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
2nd and inches at the Ravens' 8-yard line.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
New York.
Denzel Mims, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Switch. Undercrunch. Flat. Patch. Six guard.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Man open left side. It's Williams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Ravens, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers.